Good evening, Tony Fallon in the Catskills again. Um, this in December 2018, I wrote a poem which is rather long. There's about 100 lines in it, and I sent it over to Liam Byrne with the Roscommon Solace Choir in Ireland, and he cut it back a little bit and made a recording of it. And I'm making the recording of it now myself, and then on another YouTube I will have the original poem, all 100 lines of it, on another line. But this is the song. So it's called the Famine poem or Famine song, which you want to call it. I left the ones I loved in Ireland and took to the road. The pain and sorrow in my heart was a heavy load. I was crying like a baby and I could not stop it. I had a ticket to America in my inside pocket. The blight had come to Ireland. Conditions there were cruel. Families were slowly starving with nothing to eat but gruel. I had to somehow make my way to Cove in County Cork and catch the next departing ship headed to New York. My father was a hard-working farmer, intelligent and astute, yet when the potato cropped, he was reduced to destitute. The farmer had to depend on food provided by his own tilling. The money was all saved up for rent. There was no spare shilling. Working their fingers to the bone to pay off their monthly rent to English landlords with illegal deeds, living in London or Kent, while the tenants lived in falling down houses that were dilapidated, that once belonged to their forefathers but had been confiscated. I was to join up with my father's sister, who lived in Queens, a lone world traveller, not yet shaving in my teens. Before I boarded the ship, I knelt and kissed the key, and bid goodbye to this lovely land I never more would see. Aunt Mary, already a widow, my sponsor I will never forget. She did not want to hear of it, but I paid her back my debt. Her son marched out with the 69th, leaving a wife behind, and came back from the Civil War, lame and partly blind. The next few years went quickly by. We were busy with our little man. My sister had a daughter who she named after our mother Anne. The letters kept on arriving, keeping me in touch with home, and the goings on around Clonmel and Clogheen far across the foam. But the saddest letter I ever got was penned by our parish priest, telling me the sad news that our dear mother was deceased. My parents grew up together, and they married in 27. The day after mother was buried, Dad joined her in heaven. But still our life must go on, and our son grew big and strong. We told him all the stories of our youth and taught him dance and song. New immigrants told us of the struggles and the fight for Irish land and the work being done by David from Mayo, who only had one hand. My 70th year has come, and the century came to an end. That was 7 years ago, when my son married his Tuam girlfriend. A graduate of college, he wears the finest of lawyers' clothes. The children he has with this Galway girl keeps us on our toes. I've just returned from Carnegie Hall, where I spent a conflicted day. I heard Jordan McCormack sing a song about Tipperary so far away. I wonder what have happened if I had not crossed the seas. Would I have died at home in Tipperary from hunger and disease? In the past few years, my mobility has shown great reduction. I don't want to wind up moping around, causing any obstruction. I have neither killed or hurt anybody. I have a clean record. I have more than my share of happiness. I'm prepared to meet my Lord. I left the ones I love behind in Ireland and took to the road. The pain and sorrow in my heart was a heavy load. Before I boarded the ship, I knelt and kissed the key, and I bid goodbye to Ireland, which I never more will see. I bid goodbye to Ireland, which I never more will see. Thank you.